You're allowed to cough.
Yeah, I coughed last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
He
Few
coughed
times.
during the intro last week. I was like,
no.
hello, everybody, and welcome to...
Not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna edit it out. It was still in there. I was like, I can't believe this. I'm not gonna cough because I'm thinking about it. And you're definitely gonna leave that one in. I can feel it.
It was really funny when you did it during the intro.
I'm
like,
glad.
what the fuck?
So I've been learning. I've been watching a bunch of videos on learning how to edit with Vegas better.
Oh yeah,
because I'm making I've been streaming so much that I have so much hilarious content from streaming with all these people, and so I'm going through all these things. And I'm just laughing my ass off at how stupid we are. We call ourselves the Steak Sauce Squad now.
yeah, that's your viewers.
Not the viewers. That's us. The streamers.
Oh, that's the streamer group. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
It's freaking hilarious. And then so the one girl, Natalie, that I stream with, I started calling her Lamb Chop. So we're the Steak Sauce Squad, and she's Lamb Chop. People are like, "What's your obsession with meat?" I'm like, it just happened.
You don't have an obsession with meat?
We're A1, bro. The steak sauce. Hilarious.
Only we could record Steven shaking his head back and forth on an audio podcast.
I'm surprised the speed I was shaking my head back and forth that it wouldn't get picked up. Just terrible.
Just hear it in your cheeks. Just just back and forth.
Sounds like what is the guy from the Star Wars, the first episode? Gungans or whatever?
Oh, like Greedo? Stuff like that? Yeah.
Or no,
He's like, ooh.
Oh, no,
yeah.
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar and the
they're
Gungans.
Gungans though.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
bad. That's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not Greedo at all.
No. It is
No.
the Gungans.
Yeah.
It is I think. I'm not really a Star Wars buff, so.
What?
I am a Star Wars buff, but I chose to skip being a fan of the first three. And by the first three, I mean episode 1 to 3, because those movies sucked.
I like 2 and 3. 1, Darth Maul. That's the only thing you can say you like. Well, Darth Maul in that whole last fight scene. That's about it.
4, 5, 6, 7, and Rogue One are all excellent, though.
I've heard a lot of people say they hate Rogue One.
Those people suck. Probably more than Rogue One.
I don't know. I didn't mind Rogue One. It was
If
pretty.
you like Rogue One, stop. Or if you don't like Rogue One, stop listening to this podcast. You're not welcome here anymore.
Everybody's welcome. Don't listen to him.
You're not about the Rogue One community. Can't be
The
friends.
fanboys just of Rogue One. All the kids that were born this generation that only know Rogue One.
What's the Rogue One community up to these days?
Just being freaking rebels.
I don't know. Probably something.
Living in
I got.
mom's
I'm
basement, streaming
waiting for
11
episode
hours.
8 because there's gonna be nothing else related to Rogue One probably ever again.
Episode 8 won't even be related to Rogue One.
Well, it's in the same universe, Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
So,
Fair enough.
dude, the Rogue One community is probably the Star Wars community, or the Star Wars community is waiting for episode 8 because it'll be dope.
That's
Yeah,
coming
Just
out
like Battlefront 2.
coming out in the winter.
Yeah, this
December.
Probably.
Yeah, that's when the last one came out.
Yeah.
Should be good. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm a Star Wars nerd.
Yeah, dude. What up? Good movies.
Great movies and universe in general.
Yeah. It's too bad they made like half of it not real anymore. I was very disappointed.
What do you mean?
What?
When Disney bought it out, they said, okay, nothing other than the movies are going to, and the TV show
The
are
Clone
going to
Wars?
be, is going to be like official now. So like all the other stuff doesn't count anymore.
Not canon.
Yeah. Except they started writing more books and stuff, and all those new ones are like canon now. But all the old stuff, they're like, yeah, that doesn't count.
I don't care.
Which the Darth Bane trilogy is potentially the best Star Wars content that's out there. So when that was made like obsolete, I almost threw something.
The Darth what?
Darth Bane. He's the one who pretty much started the modern Sith.
Oh.
This is gonna get super nerdy really quick. I feel
Yeah,
like we
I
should change
don't
subjects.
know that.
Before it does, we should intro. Hello,
No, let's
everybody.
talk about Star Wars more instead.
Fuck. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 34 of the HastleCast podcast. Can't believe we're at 34 already. I'm Ben. I'm the host tonight.
I'm Spencer.
I'm Steven, and I'm the funny one tonight.
The Star Wars buff.
What a nerd. Just kidding.
Tell us about Darth Vane.
You actually do want to hear more about Darth
I actually
Bane?
do. I've never
actually-
heard of
I'm
it.
So
interested as well.
you know how okay, so Darth Bane, kind of why he's cool. So when he was kind of around, the Sith army so you know how the Jedi has a ton of Jedis, right?
Yeah, it was when
But-
the Sith were like actually like an army of Sith.
Yeah, so the Sith at the time was training like hundreds of Sith to use lightsabers and stuff. Where nowadays, when you look at the modern Star Wars films, there's only ever kind of two people. There's the Master and the Apprentice. So, Vader, or in Vader's case, he was the Apprentice, and then the Emperor was kind of the Master, but the Master didn't use a lightsaber because he was so good with the Force. But anyway, point is, like, for teaching the Force, for using a lightsaber, all that stuff, they had a giant army instead of just two people. And Bane came in and he studied the ways of the Sith from ancient times and realized that no, they meant for having only a few people with that much power, and then everybody else would just be like other grunts and minions. So he decided, after studying all these ancient texts, he's like, you know what? He's like, the Sith are going to go downhill if they continue this way. So I'm just going to take out the entire Sith army and the entire Jedi army myself, and then I'll just restart everything. And he murdered literally both armies at once, and then found an apprentice and went on to train them. That was how the rule of two was born. Of there will only ever be one master and one apprentice.
Which then you watch some of the like cartoons or like the other stories from like The Force Unleashed, and they always had like Sith assassins and stuff, or secret apprentices that they were training to overthrow their master.
That was another thing too. Bane felt that the time when the apprentice would become the master is when the apprentice was powerful enough to kill the master. Then the master would die, and then the apprentice would go. Is now the master and goes and finds their own apprentice.
So why would any master want to have an apprentice if they know that the apprentice's end goal is to become strong enough to kill them?
Because they're more interested in furthering the Sith compared to their own lives.
And usually they use them until they no longer do, and then kill them. Like if
you
you ever
may have
watched
to-
the actual first, like, or not actual first, but like episode 1, 2, 3, the Emperor or Palpatine got people killed so that he could get another apprentice. He kept killing them off.
You may need to bring your mic a little bit closer to your mouth.
Okay, my bad.
That's okay.
We'll forgive you this time. Don't let it happen again.
Okay, I'll take that into consideration.
Don't worry, everybody lets it happen several times. So, other than me.
Ever since I got that new mic and fixed and everything, though, I've had no audio issues with the mic.
That's good.
Oh, nice.
Like I like wrapped that cord so none of that can fall out, and like
Yeah.
now like my mic can hear me. I don't have to be like this close for it to constantly hear me at a good volume, which
Yeah.
I'm proud of.
Yeah. The reason why I like having mics so close like this is because there's multiple in the room. And then this way I can have the gate and the gain super high and low so that the mics don't pick each other up.
Yeah, no, I get it. Makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been liking the way the podcasts have been sounding these days. So
Oh yeah, it sounds really good compared to the first time when I was on and when we were all standing around that one little mic.
Oh yeah, that was the last episode we did with that mic,
Yeah.
and then we upgraded, and then we started having guests. And look at us now, 34 episodes in.
Amazing. Your last episode did pretty good. Had like
Did it?
40 views on YouTube.
With
Yo,
Losers
what up?
Play.
Nice.
Shout out to Losers Play for bringing in those hot views.
Yeah.
We'll steal their audience. Apparently, Cullen and Zach this past weekend got together.
Yeah, I saw that.
And like banged out a bunch of, well, didn't bang out, but produced a bunch of videos.
Oh, nice.
So
I keep wanting to do that with you guys, and then like I thought about doing that Sunday when you came over to watch Game of Thrones,
oh yeah,
but then I'm like, I don't want Sarah to be like bored, and so
yeah. Well, also I had work in the morning and stuff like that. Otherwise,
yeah,
we just got to pick a day and do it.
Yeah.
Are you guys hearing screaming children too?
Yes.
Also, we just hear like the screaming from the basement.
The
That's from the
basement? I thought it
basement.
was outside.
I thought it was from the basement.
Somebody's having a good time.
All I
Or
know,
a bad time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'm trying to make it positive here. We're all about positivity here on HastleCast, right?
yeah, and class.
In class and screechy voices.
Did you see the video Cullen posted of Zach falling down the stairs?
Yeah,
I
you
did.
retweeted it.
I did see
Freaking
that. It was
hilarious.
really, really funny. If you didn't see it, basically, Cullen and Zach from Losers Play, while they were hanging out, they had just gotten back from seeing, I think, the Emoji Movie. And he has a camera on his doorbell, on his front door. And he posted the footage of Zach, like, pretty much tripping and falling down the front steps. It's pretty funny.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I've only watched that one video of theirs. I don't know which one. I'm just one of their videos.
You should watch their Catherine review. That was
Okay.
Cullen specifically. And then watch the Super Meat Boy video by Cheesy Blue Nips, aka Zach.
That's such an interesting name.
Yeah.
Did you ask? I didn't listen to that episode yet, but did you ask him how he got that name?
I did. He said it's because he wanted his name to be Blue. But it was what was it?
It used to be Blue Foo, except people thought it was Blue FU. He's like, I don't want to be mean to people. So I don't know how he switched to Cheesy Blue Nips. From
he said he wanted something that his parents wouldn't be too concerned about, but was still cool or something like that.
Because Cheesy Blue Nips. That's
Yeah, I know.
My parents wouldn't be worried about me at all when I'm going around calling myself that.
Yeah. You know who's a Star Wars buff? Alive Macaroon.
Yeah.
That's why we're best friends with him.
He's a big Star Wars dude.
Yeah. Also a good dude in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His entire set on his YouTube videos is just Star Wars crap. And I was just in his bedroom recently.
Crap.
And it's Star Wars and stuff everywhere.
Mine would be too if I get ever a finished area in the background.
Yeah.
Like right now, I moved my 55-inch TV because I think you were saying it would be good as a backdrop. So I did that, and it's better. And I put like my one Star Wars big picture on the one side, and I'm like, that looks a lot better than the sheet that I had behind me before. But
The picnic
at the same
table
time, you can still
stuff.
see the unfinished basement behind it, and I hate that.
Yeah. Gotta get one of those like floppy fold out green screens.
Oh, I thought about just going to the one of those fabric places and just buying like a large green fabric.
I wonder like what the price difference would be. Because you can get ones that are like green on one side and blue on the other.
Yeah.
Because certain programs work better depending on what color you use.
Yeah. I've heard blue's pretty good for green screen, blue screen, whatever.
Yeah.
I've actually never heard of that. I thought it was always just green screen.
No.
I didn't know they used other colors really.
A lot of movies now use blue screen instead of screen.
Oh, that's really interesting.
I don't know. I think it just depends on what kind of colors they're trying to capture like over top of it. I think
it might have to do with the fact that like when light bounces off a green screen, sometimes it can catch on a character's face or a person's face, and that looks unnatural, whereas compared to blue light could almost be like moonlight reflection or something like that.
A bit darker.
That would be my guess.
Okay.
That's what I thought too. Like
In,
lighting.
Go ahead. There's a series that Funhouse does called WWF, where they go into WWE 2017 and they made their own characters and stuff and like role played and everything. And in that game, you can upload an image of yourself to like graph onto the person's face, the character's face. And Lawrence's, they did the picture of him, but there's reflection from the green screen, so half of his face is green and the other half isn't, and it doesn't matter which way he's looking. It's just ridiculous.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I saw somebody do that on because NBA has that too.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody put a picture of their cat. So this cat man came out and it was a huge thing. It was like NBA like 2015 or something, that was the first time it came out. Someone's like, I'm going to take a picture of my cat.
Jeez.
It's just this cat guy. It was so weird.
Man, so you did an 11-hour stream.
Yeah, I did 11 hours, had the most viewers for the longest time. Like we were doing a multi-stream too, so I was jumping between 8 to 12 viewers all night, like just kept going back and forth between me and OMFG Natalie's stream. But it was so much fun. We were laughing. I was doing like competitive Call of Duty matches, and it was just insane. Our chats were just trolling so hard. The best type of chat.
You and Natalie do a lot of golf with friends too, right?
Yeah. Is my biggest thing is when you're starting to stream, the best thing to do is stream with other people, especially when you're small, because you don't get that interaction with the chat, because chat's not constantly moving. So it's like doing a constant YouTube video if nobody's in chat, right?
Yeah.
And you just kind of run out of things to talk to. But if you have somebody there, like it's more enjoyable for somebody who just pops in the stream to be like, oh hey, they're having a conversation and laughing and stuff. Like,
yeah, there's a banter there.
yeah, exactly. So it's just she has Golf with Friends and Black Ops 3 for Xbox. So we try and just play something that everybody can play or something. So no, it's been really fun. And that Golf of Friends is just, it's rage with friends.
Yeah.
You're either like just destroying people by getting holes in one constantly, or you're doing something where the host of the game does random shapes and you're a freaking acorn trying to get it in the hole, and every time you like hit the ground, it like alters the way you went. This one time we played and she put no time limit and no what is it?
Stroke limit?
Yeah, stroke limit. And I was a freaking cylinder. So I was just like flat on each side, and I could only roll whatever way like the actual cylinder was like facing. So I'd like be like trying to get up this hill because the hole was on top of this hill, and I just kept going, and then I would get halfway up the hill and just kind of roll off the side.
Yeah.
I had 77 strokes.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's good for you.
it was a lot of stroking, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'm sure I'm not the first person to make that joke.
No, that's basically every night in chat.
Yeah.
In the game. So
I remember for my like first stream when I did ukulele, I had people in the chat to bounce off of, which was solely Steven, because he was like,
Steven's really good. I like, shout outs to you. I appreciate you coming to the stream most nights and just basically talking about whatever.
Thank you. I try. Back when I was more active with speedrunning, that's what I did. I'd bounce to a bunch of like super small time streamers and just ask them like what's up and hang out in their chats. And yeah, because it's always nice to have somebody who's like kind of interacting and stuff, right?
Oh yeah,
it's easier to share compared to saying there like, what do I talk about? I remember one guy, especially the ones that'll still jump in nowadays because I'm not as active in speedrunning or close to what I used to be. But still, whenever somebody's streaming Duke Nukem 3D, I always try to pop in there because it's kind of just like my game. It's my bread and butter.
Yeah.
And one time I popped in this one guy's stream, and I just kept talking to him. He's like, "Man, like you talk way too much, dude." I was like, "What do you want me to do?" Like, all right, well, good luck.
It reminds me of that. Was it you that shared that, or somebody was showing me this video? This guy who just they were doing a speed run of some game, and this random guy just decided to sit on the couch with whoever was doing the speed running, and he kept trying to make comments about shit, and the guy who was doing the speed running did not want to talk to him at all. At the one point, the guy said some stupid thing, and he's like, "Can you just not talk?" And they're streaming, and so the whole chat is just like going crazy, and then people start donating, and they're like, "I want."
What the fuck are you doing, Nick? What is this? It's Freezies. He threw a bag of Freezies at me. So disruptive. Sorry, Spencer. You can continue.
I don't know where I was.
There's a guy on a couch being bothersome.
The chat started donating to him.
Oh.
And they were like, we want... They didn't even know who he was. So they're like, we want the guy with the green pants to do 10 jumping jacks, and I'll donate another $10. So then the guy kind of who's sitting there quiet now because the guy told him to shut up, looks over at the guy, looks over at the camera, gets up and starts doing 10 jumping jacks. Like the stupidest. They're like half-ass jumping jacks. And then he like kind of like sits down quietly, and then somebody else donates. They're like, we want to hear green pants guy talk more. So then the guy like looks over at the guy again. The guy's like, we'll talk. Like he's just so sick of it. Like,
you're pretty quiet over there for being a guy just told to shut up.
Yeah, no, it was hilarious. I can't remember what their name was. And then the guy got a highlight of his stream later, like his personal stream, and he was like, I don't even know who that dude was. He was just came and sat on the couch and started just freaking annoying me the whole speed run. Like it was hilarious. The guy was just such a troll.
That's probably one of the games done quick events. Those events are really cool.
Yeah. I don't know much about speedrunning, so
yeah, they do. There's a bunch of speedrunning marathons that go on every year, but the two biggest ones are Awesome Games Done Quick and Summer Games Done Quick, which take place about 6 months apart, with Awesome Games Done Quick being done in January and the other one being done July-ish, sometimes August, I think.
Nice.
Anyway, regardless, so yeah, they'll have a couch where they'll have a few other people on there doing commentary of the run or just stuff in general. So yeah, usually the runner handpicks like a few people to be on there, in which case if some random guy came and started talking, that's probably why he's like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, there was like 5 guys there, and like they're all like talking, and then this random guy would just like start talking about the speed run. He'd be like, "Oh, I've heard if you do this, like you can lose 5 seconds," and the guy just doesn't answer and keeps just speed running, just ignoring the guy completely.
I watched the speed run of Resident Evil 7. It was pretty good. Like he live streamed it, but what he would do is he would have a display of his current time and a display of his like
best time.
Not his best time, but the next time per area. So it's just like, I need to be at this time when I hit this exact point. Otherwise, I'm behind or I'm ahead kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't know if other forms of racing have the same term. I wouldn't doubt it, but those are generally called their splits.
Okay.
So each time section is a split. And yeah, you're just keeping track then. Be like, okay, I'm 30 seconds behind here. I'm 5 minutes behind here. If I'm still 5 minutes behind by my next section, I won't be able to get a new personal best because I'll be too far behind and I'll just reset at that point.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, he was like, I think he set the world record. But I noticed that a lot of his splits were like right at cutscenes. I'm like, that is smart, because then you can like do the cutscene. There's nothing you can do. You can like take a minute to collect yourself, check your time, make sure everything's good, and then get back into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. I've never played any of the Resident Evil games. Aren't they just zombie games?
Play 4 and 7 and don't play any others if you are interested in playing them.
I'm sure sometime I'll play them.
I mean, 1, 2, and 3 were cool back in the day, but it's more just that they're old. Like 1 has like a fixed camera in like the corners of rooms when you walk into them. So it's not like you can really control your camera, and that's kind of annoying. I think 2's the same way. 3, I actually don't know if I know anything about 3. 4 is considered usually the best one. And then
like, is
6
it just trying to get out of areas type thing?
No, they have like a full story and stuff. It's supposed to be, as much as a zombie game, it is like a horror game. Like it's supposed to be scary. And then 7, I don't even know if it's technically zombies, and it's the 7th one.
They're called molded because they're made out of mold, but it's definitely scary. But I found with Resident Evil 7, like it was pretty boring. Like you have not a whole lot of variety in the sort of minion style monsters. The only variety you get is really with boss fights, and the game is super short. Like you can probably hammer the whole thing out in a day, as the speedrunner did in like a few hours. But yeah, like
aren't almost all horror games boring though?
Shut up.
I'm serious.
I would agree with that. I don't really get jump scared, you know what I mean? Like I get like intense when I know something's going to happen. I'm like, something's gonna jump out at me, but I'm not gonna like, holy shit, like Markiplier jump and scream. Like,
yeah, no,
because like, yeah, once like the horror aspect is gone, like there's not many horror games that have good combat, in which case if you're not getting scared and you're just like running away from everything, it's like, well, I don't know, like maybe I'm wrong.
You are wrong. You're the weird one.
Well, have you ever played Until Dawn or heard of it?
Yeah, I watched a playthrough of it.
I know of it. I haven't actually played. I know what it is.
Well, I bought it because it looked like it was going to be good. Like I thought like, oh, this looks really cool. And then I played it and I was like, you get to make choices, but you're kind of stuck to what they want you to do. Like no matter what, you can't alter that much.
Yeah, you're still going to see a lot of the same scenes.
Exactly. And there is no like doing things yourselves. When they want you to walk, it's not like you can pull out a gun or hit something. You're literally just following basically a movie that you get to make choices about. And
the railroad effect.
Yeah. And I don't mind that. Like I like that it's kind of a story, but at the same time that kind of takes the game aspect away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with that game I noticed that it, like without being too spoilery, it's a game about trying to make sure everybody lives, and the choices you make sometimes are completely unpredictable. So it's almost like if you do this thing, there was no prior hint to let you know that that will kill or make survive.
But if you die, they don't reset you. It's not like a game over. You continue the story,
No,
right?
there's like
Correct.
multiple endings. Like you either can end with everybody dying, one person dying, or nobody dying. Like, and it's just whatever. That's how you finish the game. You can start it again or go from your save point and try and keep somebody alive.
Because there are other games similar to Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Until Dawn is inspired off of this one guy named David Cage and his work. So he started off with, I'm pretty sure he made more games before this, but he started off with Indigo Prophecy, in which case it's similar, but if you actually mess up, they just game over and start you back at the beginning of the action sequence, in which case action sequences are just quick time events.
What?
So that was rough. And then the second game he did was Heavy Rain.
Yeah, I know that one.
And then that one was pretty much the same thing. It wasn't until like 2/3 of the way through the game, your actions actually start catching up to you. So everybody pretty much plays the first 2/3 of the game almost exactly the same. Then a few things would change. But like, 99% of like the stuff that goes wrong in that game happens within the last like 2 hours of it.
Yeah.
I went down Until Dawn was similar.
Yeah. I've heard of the until or whatever that game.
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain is good. And my sister had it and I've watched some gameplay of it and it just
if Until Dawn didn't impress you, Heavy Rain won't. Like if you had issues
like,
with Until Dawn the way it works, then
good story, like great story, just for a game wise, I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. I loved Heavy Rain though. Not gonna lie, there's issues with the game. I remember I played. I bought it
when he's yelling his son's name, and you can just keep.
Well, I bought it, started playing on a Friday night, and stayed till like 4 a.m. playing it. And the next day, I invited a friend over. I was like, "You have to play this game," and just watch him play it in one sitting Saturday night, going to Sunday morning. And just like that game, I was like, "This is incredible!" Like what it is.
Yeah.
And then just like you play it again, it's like, okay, this is pretty rough around the edges, but it was still cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I just once I finished the game again, I wasn't gonna play it again to make somebody live.
You should pretty much play it once and just whatever ending you get, just be happy with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Heavy Rain, that was the same way. They had 4 different characters, and each of those characters had several different endings. You have to play through games, or at least certain sections of it, several times.
Yeah.
And first time I played, I was like, this is great. And second time when I started seeing all the endings, how they're all pretty much the same close to the end, I was like, you know what? This is also losing its luster pretty quick.
Like that's like Mass Effect. Mass Effect is my favorite series of all time. For like you choose the way you want to play the game. It affects not just one game but 3 games, and like everything, like even like small things do affect the game. But then at the same time, it was really disappointing the third one, that how it ended, because I feel like they just ran out of time for the endings. Because all the endings were basically the same, even though the decisions you made at the end all said that it was going to end differently.
Right.
It just was kind of like, damn, like, kind of like felt screwed out of it at the end. But the story, like, I played that game 3 different times so that I got 3 different endings. And I loved it all the way up until each ending I was kind of like just disappointed with, but still best series of all time.
Do you think the developers would let modders access it to put in their own ending?
Go ahead. You know more than I do.
They actually updated the game after people had played through and put in better endings. I just never played it after that because I was just like, I'll just Google the endings and see what they changed.
You did the work already.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they actually, because so many people raged about the ending of the third one.
I was actually going to bring this up because actually one thing that bothered me about the whole situation, I wish they didn't change it. I wish they kept it as just like the one. Spoilers for Mass Effect 3. We're going to talk about it. Sorry, Ben, if you care.
Whatever.
Still play the game.
So it's more just like a slight thing. So the fact that originally Mass Effect 3 pretty much had one ending. I won't tell you what it is, but that's technically a spoiler pretty much that they all kind of converge. The fact that, to my understanding, listening to the BioWare developers talk about it, that was their intended idea. They were wanting all to pretty much be like, at the end, none of your choices, like, things...
Everything mattered up until
it wasn't necessarily the happiest of endings. Yeah, pretty much got to the end. It was supposed to be like, no matter how much you tried and everything you did do, it wasn't enough in certain situations anyway.
Yeah.
So, and I kind of appreciate it. I was like, that was cool. And then through pressure of outside sources, pretty much the community, they were like, oh, crap, we guess we have to change it. I'm like, no, like, keep to your original vision. I don't care if it sucked. I still want you to keep to your original vision.
It's not that it sucked. Like, the story being told made sense. It was kind of just the animation at the end, like the way that they ended it was just kind of anticlimactic, because even when you had to make the choice, it was still like an important choice that you wanted to make, right? And there were like, it didn't matter what choice you chose. It was just that the 3 animations at the end were basically the same animation, and that's what was disappointing to me. Like, if they would have kept it the same but altered like just a little bit at the end, like from the original, I would have been fine. But I mean,
for what's worth, for the part we did spoil, technically that is a little bit different now since they updated it. So, yeah.
I really want to play it now.
Yeah.
You know what I've been playing? Half-Life 1.
Oh yeah, is this your first time playing it?
First time ever playing a Half-Life game. So
I've never played any of them.
I got it, I think, in the summer sale, the Steam summer sale, and I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah,
like,
Half-Life is great.
Right from the get-go, when you're facing head crabs and all sorts of monsters and stuff, I'm like, whoa, I'm getting the thrills and the chills.
How far are you into it?
I've just met up with the water monsters, which is sort of like midway through the game.
Because I was going to say, some fans released like a fan mod called Black Mesa.
Yeah.
Mesa. Where, I'm sure you're right. And you can play it without having Half-Life 1, or unless they changed it. But at first you could play without having Half-Life 1 to the point where like you can just play for free and you just get to play Half-Life 1 with updated graphics and everything. So
interesting.
If you're halfway through, it might not be worth going back and trying to get Black Mesa running.
I think I want to finish the game, and then maybe I'll try to do Black Mesa on a stream or something.
Yeah, maybe. That could be cool.
But I always wanted to play Half-Life 2, and I'm a big believer in doing things serially, like doing things in order. So
that was
gotta
like
play the first one.
That was like the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah.
It was made by the same people who made Mass Effect, and it's kind of got the same choice type deal, except it was older, but it was still a really good game. And I saw the second one, I saw gameplay of it, and I didn't even realize like how old the first one is, and it was amazing. Like that story, if you ever play Knights of the Old Republic, I recommend it. Like,
yeah. Another one I'll have to check out.
Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic is great. That was, I think, 02 was the first one, like 04 or something.
No, it was 95.
Knights of the Old Republic 1?
Yeah.
No way. I refuse. I will look this up right now. There's no way.
I'm pretty sure it was, because I got it in 2000, and it like the second one was out when I started playing the first one, and I realized like it was old.
Like it came out on the original Xbox. The first Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, okay. So maybe I am wrong.
2003.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought it was older.
And then this was the crazy part. The first one was 2003. The second one was 2004.
Yeah,
like they did them back to back. That was crazy.
That's what threw me off, maybe, because I was like, "There's no way this game." Anyway, really good game, great game. I want to play that game again. I have it on the old Xbox.
So many games to play.
I know.
Once we're done with the Half-Life series, it's like, whew, what's next?
So are you going to go through Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, then Half-Life 2 Episode 2? Like, are you
whatever.
Are you going to try to hit all them back to back? Or
yeah, I think so. Unless I get like super bored of it or whatever.
Yeah.
I've noticed in that game, like, once I got the revolver, it's basically all I use until I run out of ammo. Because it's so freaking powerful and accurate. I don't know why. Like, the assault rifle they give you is really great because, like, right-clicking with the mouse will make you throw a grenade. So it's just like you can shoot and grenade at the same time. It's like really awesome. And I'm like, nah, I'd rather just crouch around corners and bip guys as I see them with the revolver.
I've never played. I don't know anything about Half-Life. I've never seen It's another that one and Dead Space.
Yeah, I never played Dead Space either.
My sister played the first one and she swore by it.
Yeah.
I know the first two were considered really good. To my understanding, the third one felt tapered off, but I played a little of the second, and yeah, it was great. But
yeah, I know nothing about them. So those are two like series that I'd be interested in playing through and seeing if I enjoy it.
With Half-Life, I've seemed to know quite a bit of the story without actually like consuming the story, if that makes sense, by playing the game and learning it that way. And I think I just knew a lot of the story just from like stuff I'd read online and stuff when I was looking up the story behind Portal and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, that's another series I know nothing about.
like Valve has such a rich history in their games. There's so much going on, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even if Steven doesn't like Portal, it's okay.
Yeah, Portal doesn't do anything for me.
Doesn't get you off. Doesn't turn you on.
I know nothing about it.
It's a puzzle game. It's like not necessarily a bad puzzle game. I just didn't think it was as special as everybody else thought. There's nothing specifically wrong with it. Just while a lot of people, like I did play through both of them. It wasn't that there was anything like inherently bad. It was like, oh, this is awful. So like, I played through both. I was like, I don't think I'm having fun playing these. Like I'm just kind of going through motion. It's almost the same thing with Crash Bandicoot. Actually,
Yeah, I was gonna say it
it
sounds like
where like I was playing through. I'm like, there's nothing inherently bad with this. I'm like, I'm just not having fun.
Yeah.
So
I honestly don't see the even joy in that game.
Crash.
Yeah. Every time I see it, I'm like, who wants to play a box breaking simulator?
Challenge.
It's not that hard though. That's the other thing.
Like
You're not that hard.
Like I know that
I'm
there's
not.
probably parts of it that are hard, but honestly, when I look at it, I'm just like, okay, I'll get mad a couple times and maybe like die and like on the bridge level or whatever when you're going across that. But then I look at it, I'm like, I'd get so bored of doing the same shit.
Here's the two. People said that game was hard. Super Meat Boy is considerably harder than Crash Bandicoot. I think.
I've never even heard of that.
Super Meat Boy.
Whoa. It's a good game.
Never heard of it.
It's one of the best games ever.
I said that's arguably the best side-scrolling platformer of all time.
Honestly, I haven't played other than like Mario, like on the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Never really played platformers.
Fair
They never interested me. They just like, I don't want to side scroll. I want like
You want to shoot guys and
I want to shoot
real
guys or
3D.
play The Sims and lock people in a little square and watch them starve.
I can't play The Sims. I don't. That's not where like I can play. So I'm like, yeah, okay. Like there's nothing inherently bad, but I'm like, I don't think I'm having fun once doing this. Like,
I've never played it for the purpose of like not trying to kill somebody.
Yeah.
like putting a pool in, making them swim, and then taking out the ladder.
Like trying to get every single gravestone that you can with different like died by fire or died by drowning or
Not even
died by
that.
bukkake. What?
Not even that purposely. Like just I'd go in and like I'd start like just making them cook forever until they started a fire.
Oh man.
And then I would
Cook
make
till you drop.
Yeah, basically. Or I'd make them so unhappy because they wouldn't be cleaning and the house is just a shithole that they would finally just die because they're not eating or anything. Like
Yeah.
horrible things. I'm not a psychopath, I swear. It's just Sims. People do that.
Have you been playing much PUBG these days?
I've played a few rounds. It upsets me that I can't stream it.
Yeah.
It really makes it. Same with H1. I enjoy it so much, but I want to share it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want to share the enjoyment I'm having, and if I'm not playing with other people, I'm just
It's not the same. It's not the same in a video after the fact.
well. I lag as soon my CPU starts lagging, and if I start even recording it.
Yeah.
And then, or I have to turn the graphics on my actual recording way down, and then people don't want to watch that. People don't want to watch 480p freaking
Yeah.
PUBG.
I found a useful but really, really cheap way of farming coins in that game. And I found this while I was up in Edmonton with Justin because we were playing a bunch of rounds. I couldn't get a strong connection there, and for some reason my computer didn't want to run the game properly. So by the time I got out of the loading screen, like out of the lobby into the loading screen, by the time I got out of the loading screen, I'd be in the plane like right at the end. And if you don't jump out of the plane yourself, it kicks you out.
Yeah.
So I dropped with all of these other people who AFK'd, who just stood on the ground, and I went and I punched them all out and it just like got like 6 kills immediately.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of points for kills and winning in that game and doing damage. So like I'm like, oh man, this is like free coins right here. So I killed them all, and then it wasn't hard to find a car and drive back into the safe zone. But it's a very cheap way of doing it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that have done that. Actually, it's actually a popular thing for like people starting out or people trying to farm the coins.
It's really funny when you find other people that are there doing it, and they're like running towards the guys to punch them out, and you're running towards them to punch them out, and they're not expecting it. And if you jump and then swing, it does more damage.
Does a Superman punch?
Yeah, it actually does more damage, especially if you hit them in the head. And you can take a guy out in one hit if you do it correctly.
Oh man,
it's like sometimes I was like, I was doing it because I didn't have a choice. Like by the time I got in the game, I was on the ground ready to fight, and it's like, oh, there's a guy coming at me thinking I'm AFK, and I just turn and whack him. It's pretty sweet.
I found out an interesting thing about that game, like just in game. Do you know the pan?
Yep.
Well, if you equip that, it blocks people if they shoot at you from behind.
Yeah, like
I didn't know that.
It's a bulletproof pan.
Yeah,
it's pretty sweet.
I didn't know that
either.
I assumed like, okay, it's stuck to your back, but whatever. But no, it actually, like, if people are shooting at you and it hits it, it won't actually hit you. I was like, strap those all around me, dude.
While I was playing with Justin, he found a pan, and like a guy was shooting at him, and he didn't have a gun yet. Ooh, excuse me. He didn't have a gun yet, and he just started swinging the pan in front of him, and I actually heard like bullets deflecting. He was still getting shot, but it was just like ping, pong, just like stuff like that.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I was playing a game out at Sarah's house, and there's not a very great connection out there.
Yeah.
So if you lose connection, your screen kind of goes dim a little bit, and it says network lag detected, and you kind of lose all control of everything until it kicks back in.
Yeah.
And I had a really good game. I was at like 4 kills, and I was in the final 20 in like the final ring, and I was in a Jeep or one of those UAV things driving around.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I'm just going to drive around, run people over. This is going to be great. So I'm driving around, and I'm waiting for people to reveal themselves. And I see a guy because he's shooting at me. I'm like, perfect, there he is. And I drive straight at him. And like, he knows he's fucked. He's just trying to get me before I get him, kind of thing. And right before I get to him, network lag detected, and I veer off to the side and out of bounds, and then I die. Just because, like,
wow,
I lost connection, and it just, like, it took me out of, like, it literally turned my car because I had, like, just adjusted my aim a little bit, but that input, like, continued to carry through.
Yeah. Oh,
it was horrible. I was just like, no, are you kidding me?
That's brutal.
Yeah. Good times, though. Good times.
I really enjoy H1Z1 too. I almost enjoy H1Z1 more than PUBG, just because in solo it's a lot faster pace.
Yeah.
And you're not the looting system. You're more of a chance you're gonna get the guns that you want. Like everybody just wants a freaking AK or a shotgun or a freaking AR-15, and so like I just like how quickly you can loot and then start fighting.
Yeah.
Instead of PUBG where it's a looting simulator, as some people have called it, because you're just running around trying to find anything.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
Like the one time I ran around and got to the top 20 and I just had a pistol because I was trying to loot, and every time I went somewhere it would already been looted or there'd be no guns, so I was just running around with a Magnum until the top 20 and somebody freaking sniped me, and I was like, oh well,
rip.
It
was all for nothing.
Yeah
There's a lot of investment in that game for not much reward. Because even like you'll come out with, I don't know, if you had a good game, you'll come out with a few hundred coins, but then the cheapest crate to get is 700, and that price doubles every time you open a crate every week. So we got to get to safe word here.
Do you have some?
I do. I came prepared. Safe word, for those who don't know, is part of the show where we take terms and stuff off of urbandictionary.com, give our best shot at defining them, try to crack a joke. I've got a couple words here. Steven and Spencer are going to try to define them.
Alrighty.
Your first word, dink.
A dink.
Dink. D-I-N-K.
If you call somebody a dink, aren't you just calling them like a loser? Dink.
I was just going to say that's Steven. That's the definition.
Those could both potentially work.
Yeah.
If I'm a winner.
You ever won PUBG?
I don't play PUBG. I play good games.
Never got chicken dinner.
I have a story about that. Dink is a Counter-Strike term.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Dink.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. To
I
fire
dinked him.
to fire a round from any conventional firearm and strike the victim in the head, originally used to describe the distinctive sound of a headshot within the Counter-Strike series of games.
Yeah.
Dinked him. I've heard it many times. I just
Yep.
didn't even think about it that way.
Sweet. That's one.
Actually, super annoying when you dink somebody.
No, it'd be annoying if you got dinked. Dinking someone would be good.
Yeah, but that means that you've hit them in the head and knocked their armor off, or they're
Knocking
literally like
off their helmet. Yeah, you're right.
You're like they're literally one shot, you know it, and you've dinked them and they've got away.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, but at the same time, it's
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, I was thinking dink isn't just like a kill, but you're right. It would be knocking off their helmet, in which case it's not necessarily a kill. You're right.
yeah.
Your next term, the Bannon.
Bannon?
Can you spell it?
Bannon. The Bannon.
That's a hard one. Okay, it's the guy who makes banners back in the medieval days.
Okay.
The king would be like, "Go get the Bannon."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Call the locksmith.
yeah,
Call the Bannon.
Yeah.
He needs banners.
yeah.
All right.
I was gonna go banners as well, but
This is not an easy one. It's a specific reference.
I guess I'll just go banners as well. So I'm gonna guess this is like at a university party or something, like a frat party, and they have like a banner advertising their party, except it's actually just like smack talking or has something offensive on it.
Oh,
You have a Bannon then. So if it's like we're better, so if you have banners hung up there to like saying, "Oh, this other university or this other fraternity sucks," you have a
Yeah.
Bannon.
Okay.
okay.
The Bannon is the act of self-fellatio, aka sucking your own dick.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar.
The young man pulled his
You like that?
Yeah.
The young man pulled his back muscles while attempting the Bannon. Political meaning: when patting yourself on the back just isn't enough, go for the Bannon. I think it's a reference to Steve Bannon, who may have been a political figure and who may have patted himself on the back too hard.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have never got that one.
No, it was not very.
Left field for sure.
Your last term. This should be an easy one.
Sucking dick. No.
Vart. V as in Victor. ART.
Oh, this is easy. It's basically like a queef. It's just a vagina farting.
You would think.
That's what I'm going with.
Okay. Steven.
I'm gonna say it's kind of short for. It stands the V almost stands for like a virtual, so like almost like something that doesn't really exist.
Okay.
In which case, it's when you like if you're getting up from a seat and kind of makes a farting noise. That is a vart.
I see.
Okay.
I see.
Oh, interesting.
Spencer, you were correct. It
Oh,
was
oh.
when
Nice.
excess amounts of compressed air trapped in an oftentimes cavernous vagina is released.
Wow.
Yeah. Apparently it was used in the 60s, that term.
I wonder when queef came in.
I'll let you know.
What did it mean before?
Queef came in an expulsion of wind from the vulva during coitus, a vaginal fart. It's that term was made in 2003.
That's really?
Yeah, queef. Here we go. We're all done with safe word.
Boom.
Oh, there you go.
Ba-boom,
You're
ba-boom.
welcome for the knowledge of today's youth.
Chicken dinner. I had a story about. Do you know who Nova is? Uber hackster Nova, James from Couch Hop.
I know of him.
yeah.
I don't.
He did a video recently, very recently. It was like yesterday, I think he uploaded it. In PUBG with a friend of his, and he ended up winning. He ended up winning the game, getting his chicken dinner. It was like one of the first times he played or something like that. And like when I'd played the game with Justin, with Alive Macaroon, something that tended to often happen was that we would try to, quote, Bumrush Pochinki, because
That's you
Yeah.
have to bum rush Pochinki.
yeah, Pochinki is like very central in the map, and you end up finding yourself there more often than not. James in his video used the words bum rush and Pochinki both in a span of 5 seconds and totally unrelated to each other. Because he was just like, man, that guy just bum rushed me. And then it cuts and he's like, should we go into Pochinki? I was like, no way. It was so close.
Oh man.
It was funny.
Yeah, you got to bum rush Pochinki.
You always got to bum rush Pochinki.
That every time when people say the names in that game, I'm just like, I wonder who. Like, I wonder if they're actual places or who decided, hey, let's name that place Pochinki.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very well known.
Yeah, Pochinki. Yeah, it's a great place.
There's a place in the map that's like a bunch of shipping containers.
Yeah, yeah.
And me and Justin and Mason one time landed there. Nobody was near us, and we were in the center of the zone, and like we looted the entire place, got really awesome weapons, and then went into some nearby houses because it's just like, okay, the zone is like slightly off from us, but we'll just go into these houses and loot those, and then waited there, and the zone shrunk around this house, and then this is that time that when I blew it, where the zone was then on top of a mountain, and the three of us went up, and the three of us died to one guy. I mean, I think I told this story already.
Yeah, you
but
told it last time I was on. I think
that was that time
when Mason was on.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's sad.
yeah,
We have to play again.
we do.
It's a fun game. It's just so annoying when you die to stuff like that,
Yeah,
or when you like spawn somewhere or like go in somewhere and then you look at the map and it's like you have to make it to the other side of like or the island
yeah,
and you're like not even close. It's the worst.
yeah.
Yeah, those battle royale games are really popular right now. ESL just picked up PUBG as like a competitive game,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna hold an event in Cologne, I think, for PUBG.
Cologne.
Yeah,
That's fancy.
yeah, it's in Germany. If you didn't know.
I did know that.
Oh, okay.
Well,
For the viewers,
yes.
can you call them viewers even though they're just listening? The listeners,
Yeah,
the
listeners.
audience.
The tuners inners.
Yeah, those guys.
I have a funny story about Moses FPS.
Oh, dude, that guy's dope.
Good dude.
Yeah. He wrecked a kid today on Twitter.
He wrecks a lot of kids. It's actually hilarious.
I'm just trying to find the...
Dude, don't mess with Halo kids.
No.
Every single time someone try to mess with a Halo kid, it's always come back to bite them.
Yeah. He's very active. Like, it's crazy how active Moses is.
He is Halo HCS.
I'm just trying to find the thread. But essentially this dude tweeted saying, can you imagine how like butthurt women would be if we made HCS a men-only league?
I saw this tweet, yes.
and then Moses just like, can you imagine how butthurt neckbeards would be if etc.? And the dude was a neckbeard, like just fucking looked, and he's just like, man, why are you judging people because of the way they look and like ripping on Moses? He's like, I can't believe you're such an asshole. Use your brain, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, dude, like you got wrecked here. I need you to recognize this. Like,
Yeah.
you just got owned by freaking Moses.
We were at a party on Saturday night.
We were at a
Do we
party
want-
on Saturday
Do we
night.
want to talk about that?
I wasn't at a party. Where was?
Sorry, this is our other friend's graduation party. I don't
I'm
think you've
joking.
met yet.
Erin, she's been on the podcast before.
She has.
Yeah, it was her graduation party. There's not a whole lot happened while I was there. Not that I can remember. There was a cup.
We put Wu-Tang Clan on repeat of one song. It was awesome.
Yeah. She spent like a long time making this Uber playlist for her party or whatever to be playing. So he was like, you have any Wu-Tang Clan? She's like, I do. He's like, put all of it on. And she's like, well, I'm not going to put all of it on. I'm just going to put on a couple songs. So
She put on one song.
he put on one song, and then Steven put that one song on repeat.
Then I got out of the playlist, got to that song, put on repeat. So if you click like next or back, it would just always play the same song. And then I locked her phone. Sadly, I didn't change the password of her phone. I just locked it. So eventually came down like no, switch it back, and then we switched it back to Wu-Tang, and then she eventually switched back to the playlist, and then locked her phone so we couldn't get back. But
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
it was very disappointing.
That's hilarious. So did she graduate college or
Yep,
university?
she just finished her 4-year degree for university.
Oh, that's really
So,
cool.
Yeah, so she just wanted to have a bunch of friends over.
Congratulations to
and
her.
celebrate.
If she listens to the podcast.
I'm sure she doesn't.
It's hard
Yeah.
to get like people that you know interested in that type of stuff.
Yeah, I find it difficult, but I understand because there's a lot of people that I know that I don't watch their content, but I know them personally. And it's just like
You don't
either
watch my content. No,
what's that?
I'm like, you don't watch my content?
You don't listen to my content?
I do, most of it. I just
Okay.
haven't listened to the last 2.
And besides, he pimped it on Twitter still for us.
I pimp it all the time on Twitter.
Yeah,
I
was gonna say, yeah,
retweet your
Spencer's
stream every
awesome
time
for
I
it.
see it.
I know. You're a goat. No, I'm joking.
But yeah, I understand if people that I know don't tune into the podcast because it's difficult. It's an hour long. Like you want to listen to it, but it's just like it's a lot of your time. I get it. I don't take it personally at all.
I always want to listen to it like if I'm at the gym on like
Yeah.
the
Best time.
it is the best time, except I'm usually laughing and people are looking at me and they don't understand.
I download podcasts and listen to them at work. Not hours. I get to hear it enough.
Yeah.
But like there's a bunch of podcasts that I really love that I just listen to them while I work. Because unless I can't hear what I'm doing because I'm like grinding or something, it's super loud. But yeah,
You grind loudly?
I grind loudly.
That
I was
pulse.
grinding today and painting. Anyway, that's basically all we got for the show, I think. So
Yeah, it was an interesting one.
it was pretty mellow, pretty laid back,
Yeah.
pretty voiceless,
Yeah.
at least on that side of the couch.
Well, it's kind of a cracky. My voice is fading. I'm not going to be able to stream tonight, probably.
ASMR stream.
I've been doing that. I have a whole section. I did a whole Golf with Friends ASMR.
I might have to watch that one.
Yeah, that's going to be in the highlight somewhere. Okay, so the biggest issue, so I like music when I'm playing games. Or on stream, at least. So at least there's something.
Don't like my music. You
I
liked
like
most of it.
I like most of it.
I had a couple joke songs there last night that you like skipped through. Like, oh shit, I probably should
Yeah.
post those.
No, it's just sometimes it's just like I'm listening to the words and it's like
I did that Walker whatever Junior song. That was one. And then have you ever heard Pon Pon?
No.
Okay. It's like a really like weird Japanese pop video, and it's awesome. And, he wasn't a fan of that one either.
I wasn't watching the video because actually on Nightbot it shows the video, and so like sometimes I look at the video, but that it was like down and I was playing something, so I didn't see the video for it. But the song was just like ringing in my ear, and I was just like, I can't have
So
this.
good.
Man.
And then actually Nick put on Rainbow Road remix.
Oh yeah.
And I listened to about 15 seconds of it. And I was like, how long is this? And I go and look at it and I'm like, 5 minutes? No.
Jeez.
No. But the rap, I like the rap.
Word.
It's good. I'm pretty open with the music I like, so.
Yeah. Again, you are good for it. I understand why the couple others I posted you were just like, yeah, no.
Yeah, the
Like,
one that
I
was
get
just
it.
like, eat my pussy, eat something.
Kicking ass.
Kicking ass. And I was just like, at first I was like, oh, haha. And then it like kept going.
You guys want to hear that song? Check out the Gravy Boat playlist.
See, it's awesome because it gets to the end of the song and it like feels kind of like misogynistic the whole time. Like, this doesn't feel right. Then it gets to the end and then he accidentally hooks up with the dude and he's like, so I sucked his dick and kicked his ass. Just like,
Oh my God.
It's pretty awesome.
I have a video to show you guys after this.
Cool.
Has nothing to do with that, but okay. So you know how Facebook pops up something that like you retweeted or not retweeted, but like shared earlier. Well, some guy made drones out of dead animals,
oh, I've seen this.
I've seen this.
and
Well,
Okay,
that just
well,
ruined the video.
The taxidermied cat that he turned into a quadricopter. Yeah, that's an old story.
Yeah, dude, that's
Yeah.
like 2012.
I know, but
Oh.
I think that's when I shared it, but it popped up like as today is
Yeah.
the day I shared it.
I did see that
It
on
just made me
Facebook.
laugh so hard.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Because I know somebody's so mad about it,
Oh yeah.
but when I just see it, I'm just like, it died before this. He didn't butcher the cat for this, and I'm just like,
It's not currently alive and begging for death.
strapped to the.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's brutal. Anyway,
Anyway, do you want to plug your channel?
Twitch.tv/Fragoute with an E at the end. YouTube.com/Fragoute with an E at the end. My voice is slowly dying. I apologize. What?
Sorry, I was saying to Justin that when you're like huge and you like got a network going, you should just call it Frag Out Entertainment, and then the E at the end makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll think about that.
Okay.
But right
Sorry.
now it's just Fragoute with an E at the end.
Okay.
Or Fragoute.
Fragoute.
I'll never call myself that personally. Like, welcome to Fragoute's stream. Really appreciate you being here.
Those are the drunk streams.
Yeah, I haven't done one of those in forever. I should do one of those soon. Maybe I'll do that tonight because I can't talk. It'll be just great. Anyway, twitter.com/JUS_fragout with an E at the end.
Funny every time.
What? My voice cracking?
No, you're saying with an E at the end.
Yeah. FRAGOUTE.
Oh,
How we
man.
spell it in Canada.
Yeah. No, it's just an accent over the E.
Oot.
Yeah.
Oot with an E at the end.
All right. Well, everybody go follow Frag Out, follow Spencer, subscribe to him, check out his streams. He streams a lot.
Too much.
So you can pretty much always find him there. And he always lets us know on his Twitter when he's streaming. So if you're not sure when he's streaming, just follow him on Twitter and then you'll know pretty quick.
Yeah. Or hit the little notifications thing when you follow on Twitch. It'll pop up right in your emails, phone, if you have the Twitch app.
There you go.
Cool. Thanks for having me on again, guys. Always appreciate it.
Not at all.
You're all right.
Gravy boat.
Yeah. I don't have one.
Um,
I never have one.
I know you never have one.
why do you never have one?
Because I don't.
Because he listens to Lady Gaga all day and none of her songs qualify.
Hey.
What is it? The disco stick? That's the song that should go on the gravy boat, I guess.
Man, I want to take a ride on your disco stick.
I've heard that one before.
I don't know. What's a good song?
That's what I'm looking up. I'm just looking up what's a good song. Do you know who Logic the rapper is?
He is way too big to put in this playlist.
What? I thought it could be anybody.
We generally try to keep it smaller. Like, we don't want to go and be like, we recommend Eminem this week. It's like, yeah, well, everyone knows who Eminem is.
I can't believe you brought up Eminem.
On side note, we do not recommend Eminem.
I
HastleCast does not
recommend
endorse Eminem.
Frago does.
Logic has his own Vivo channel.
Yeah, he's dope as fuck.
Okay.
To put him in there, but
No. The first song I'm seeing is called
1-8. Oh,
Spider-Man. Black Spider-Man.
yeah.
Got 20 million views.
I like his song. It's like 1-800-245 something. Anyways, it's actually the suicide helpline song, and the song's all about like depression and working through it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm all about it.
yeah.
But he's not going in our playlist.
Okay.
We support, helping people. But we don't support.
Well, if you make music and listen to this, start sending us your music so we have something to put in the gravy boat.
Yeah.
We don't listen to people who aren't having 1 million views on YouTube.
Steven's probably got something.
I'm trying to think. I was literally trying to flip through my phone, trying to find something, and it died while I was trying to find it.
Do you want my phone?
Well, no, I was just mostly going through my music library and my YouTube recent watch history. Because that's usually how I find inspiration for this stuff. Oh my goodness, dude, the curved screen.
Yeah, I know, right? I actually hate it. Never get a curved screen. Can't hit 1 or A, W, anything on the sides.
A1,
On
man.
YouTube?
A1 steaks. Oh yeah, hashtag steak sauce squad.
Hashtag stay saucy.
Saucy. A1 sauce.
Keep it sudsy.
My new thing is we're all like in the stream and we're like playing GBs or game battles, like competitive Call of Duty games, and we're like, hype us up, and I'm like, you're a 10-ounce medium rare steak sizzling. You're just drenched in that steak sauce. I was actually doing that on stream last night. Like dude, my freaking roommate probably hates me last night.
Well, while we're looking for Gravy Boat, I'll do our channel plugs and stuff. So, HastleCast. Follow us on everything. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Snapchat, and we're on Instagram.
Google
Some
Play.
are more active than others, but just Google us, you'll find us. Also, you can find us on iTunes and Google Play Music. Give us a rating there, a good one. And interact with us. Leave us comments on our stuff and chat with me on Twitter. Pretty active there, so you can get with me.
Yeah, we usually all troll each other on Twitter.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the best place.
Oh, yeah. It's a good time.
Good conversation always.
Yeah. And then one day, maybe we may even have a Twitch channel. We can start live streaming podcasts. And then we'd have to really be careful about what we say.
You know what you could always do is you could upload every single one of your past podcasts and just put them on the video section and play each one VODs. And so they're just constantly playing on your Twitch channel.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll do that.
Show you how.
What's our gravy boat, Steven?
So gravy boat this week is a rapper a friend of mine introduced me to on the weekend named Kota the Friend. Kota the Friend. And yeah, I'll recommend his songs Nosebleeds. He has some really like relaxed kind of lighter beats for the background. For anybody who listens to like the chill hop playlist on YouTube or anything. That kind of style for a lot of his beats. And then yeah, I don't know, he's just kinda nice. Good to listen to.
Yeah.
Apparently he has this sick freestyle. I don't know if it's uploaded anywhere, but that's how my friend was introduced to him. He said it was just like one of the greatest things he ever heard, but I haven't had the chance to listen to that yet. I don't know if it's uploaded anywhere. But Kota the Friend, Nosebleeds. I like it.
Cool. So you can find that song in our playlist on our YouTube channel. It's called Gravy Boat. Pretty easy to find. And you can also find in that playlist all our previous recommendations from previous episodes of the podcast. Pretty big list in there. Some of them you will find that aren't in there. And that is because their YouTube video is either unlisted or deleted or put as private. So they're just not in the list. So if we talk about them on a previous episode and you go to find it and it's not there, then you're up shit creek without a paddle. That's it. That's it for the show.
It's a great thing to say about the gravy boat.
Up shit creek without a paddle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The description
Up Gravy
safe
Creek without a
word.
ladle.
and a ladle.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
No problem. Anytime.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Cue music. Chicka, chicka,